Standard 10th History, Lesson number 8, Tourism and History. Boys will see the textual question answer markings, so open your textbooks to page number 57. Question number 1A, complete the sentences by choosing the correct option. The first one, Thomas Cook established a travel agency selling dash. The answer is tourist tickets. Second, Bhilar is known as the village of dash. The answer is books. Question number B, identify the wrong pair in the following. Please cancel, correct it and rewrite. 4 options are given to us. The second one is the wrong one. Tadoba, rock cut caves. Question number 2, explain the following statements with reasons. The first one, the number of people travelling back and forth from India has increased considerably. The answer to this question is on page number 53. Right hand side, second paragraph. Can you see international tourism? It's highlighted in pink. First line is the first point. Nowadays, it has become easier to travel because of the easy availability of a number of options of railway, marine and air transport. Second, marine transport has linked the coastal regions. Third point, there. Cancel that there and in place of that write the. Cancel is a. So your third point goes this way. The Trans-European Railway route, and after route please write, has linked many European nations. Okay, so your third point is the Trans-European Railway route has linked many European nations. Fourth point, aviation has brought the entire world closer. After that, I want you all to leave 3 lines. See the 4th line. People, there's traveling over there. Cancel ing. Okay, so people travel for studies, relaxation, sightseeing and professional assignments, meetings, agreements, etc. Also for shooting of films, etc. That's point number 5. And the 6th point is just after the 4th point. Because of the economic liberalization policy of the Indian government, the number of people travelling back and forth from India has increased considerably. Till here, that's answer 2.1, which comprises of 6 points. Question number 2.2. It is important to take a few primary precautions in order to preserve the historical heritage sites. This answer is not there in the textbook, so I'll be posting it on the Google Classroom. Question number 3, write short notes on. The first one, tradition of travelling. The answer to this question is on page number 52. Left hand side, first paragraph, it's highlighted in pink. Tourism in the past. First line is your first point. The tradition of travelling. After travelling, please write from corner to corner. Okay, so the tradition of travelling from corner to corner is quite old in India. Second point, people used to travel for various reasons like pilgrimage, going to local fairs and festivals, in search of a renowned teacher and good education, for trade, etc. Third point is in the next paragraph, the box. Do you know box? First line is the third point. The Buddhist literature tells us that Gautam Buddha, after that please write, and his monks traveled to several cities in ancient India for preaching. Leave 2 lines. After that is point number 4. Jain monks, sadhus also used to travel constantly. Next paragraph, see the second line, that's point number 5. In the medieval period, Sant Namdev, Sant Eknath, Guru Nanak, Ramdas Swami travelled extensively in India. So this is answer 3.1, which comprises of 5 points. Now we'll see question number 3.2. Marco Polo. The answer to this question is on page number 52. Right hand side, see the do you know box. Second paragraph, Marco Polo That's the first point. The Italian traveler of the 13th century introduced introduced Asia, especially China, to Europe. Now, second point is not mentioned in the textbook, so I have written it over here. Second point, he was the first European traveler to reach China taking the Silk Route. Okay, that's the second point. Third point is in continuation with point number 1. He stayed in China for 17 years. Fourth, he wrote about the flora and fauna, social life, culture and trade systems of Asia. Again, the fifth point is not in the textbook, so I have typed it here. His writings initiated trade between Europe and Asia. Till here, that's answer 3.2, which comprises of 5 points. Question number 3.3, agrotourism. The answer to this question is on page number 54. Right hand side, first paragraph, it's highlighted in pink. Agrotourism, first line, first point. Agrotourism, which is also known as agri-tourism, is rapidly developing. Second point, especially meant for the urban population which has very little exposure to rural life and agriculture. Before especially, please write it is. Then third point, now Indian farmers are also visiting faraway places like agricultural research centers, agricultural universities and countries like Israel, where experimentation in advanced technology of agriculture is carried out. Now the fourth point is not mentioned in the textbook, so I have typed it over here at the top. Point number 4. Projects are undertaken to inform farmers about suitable soil for their crops, organic manures, earthworm compost, etc. Till here. That's answer 3.3, which comprises of 4 points. Next question. Question number 4. Answer the following questions in 25 to 30 words. The first one, 4.1. What are the crucial issues in the development of tourism? The answer to this question is on page number 55. Left hand side, first paragraph. It's highlighted in pink. Development of tourism. First line is the first point. The crucial issue in the development of tourism is providing proper guidance to national and international tourists about various aspects of the actual travel, proper social conduct during the tour and during their stay at the destination places. Next para is your second point, giving priority to ensure safe transport and security facilities for the tourists. Third point, before amenities, please write providing. So third point is providing amenities of reasonably good standard. Fourth point, before availability, write the. So the availability of good accommodation, good washroom facilities on the travel routes is of great significance in promoting tourism. Fifth point, it is also very important to pay special attention to the special needs of the handicapped tourist. And the sixth and the last point is, read the next paragraph. See the last paragraph on the same page. Last line, pamphlets, guides and history, right hand side, first line below the box. And history books about a tourist site, cancel B in place of that, right, should be made. Then continue, available in their own language, and after language please write to the tourists. I'll repeat the sixth and the last point again. Pamphlets, guides and history books about a tourist site should be made available in their own language to the tourists. Till here, that's answer 4.1, which comprises of 6 points. Now 4.2. In what way tourism becomes a major source of their livelihood? The answer to this question is on page number 58 and then it's continued on page 57. So let us go to page number 58. Here it is, just above the exercise. Now the first point is not in your textbook, so I have typed it over here at the top. Growth in tourism of a particular region greatly benefits the people living in that region and the country at large. That's point number 1. Can you see the do you know box? First line, first paragraph is the second point. But before Mahabaleshwar, please write for example. So your second point, for example, Mahabaleshwar and Panchgani are hill stations. Thousands of tourists arrive here. Third point, these tourists are accompanied by guides who provide relevant information on the sightseeing tour. Fourth point, at some places, photographers are present to click nice snaps for the tourist. Fifth point, horse keepers provide horses for horse rides and horse cart rides. Sixth point, it is the local people who are engaged in these activities and they can earn good money for their services. Now after the sixth point here, this is the last point, point number 10. So we'll get back to this point at the end. Let us see point number 7. So point number 7 is on page number 57. Left hand side, count the first line from the top. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. That's point number 7. Markets in the vicinity grow along with the development of a tourist center. 8th point, the next line, the local handicrafts and cottage industries also begin to develop. 9th point, the demand for locally processed food items and ethnic handicrafts increases. Cancel it in place of that, write thus. Results is there, so cancel S and add ing at the end. Thus resulting in better income for local artisans, business people and wage earners. So these are the 9 points, and the 10th point is back to page number 58, the last line over here. That's point number 10 and the last point of answer 4.2. In short, tourism becomes a major source of their livelihood. Till here, that's answer 4.2, which comprises of 10 points. Now let us see question number 4.3. What would you do to develop the surroundings of your village, town to help the growth of tourism? Now this is a personal response question, children. So I'll be typing the answer in a PDF document and I'll post it on the Google Classroom. Next question. Question number 5. Complete the following concept chart. Children, this web diagram of the World Heritage Sites, again I'll be posting it on the Google Classroom. Let us see question number 6. Give elaborate answers to the following. 6.1, that's the first one. What are the professional fields associated with tourism? The answer to this question is on page number 56 and 57. Left hand side, last paragraph. Professional opportunities in the tourism and hospitality industry. It's highlighted in pink. First line, first point. Tourism and hospitality is an industry with potential to create maximum employment opportunities. Second point, if managed professionally, it is a very stable industry. After that, continue to the right hand side below the green and the yellow box together. Can you see here below the yellow box? Try this. It, cancel it in place of that, right? And. So this is the continuation of point number 2. If managed professionally, it is a very stable industry and has tremendous scope for experimentation and innovation. Okay. Next paragraph, see the third line. That's point number 3. The country which is a tourist destination begins to receive revenue even before a tourist arrives at the airport of that country. Fourth point, he has to pay for his visa. Please cancel he spends for his. So after visa, comma, next line, travel, stay in hotels, food, and after food, right, etc. So your fourth point goes this way. He has to pay for his visa, travel, stay in hotels, food, etc. Fifth point is on the next page, left hand side. Can you see here two translators? Cancel two, and before translators, please write he has to pay the. Okay, that's point number 5. He has to pay the translators and guides. Okay, comma, buying is over there, written over there. So cancel ing. So it will become buy. So So he has to pay the translators and guides, buy newspapers, reference books, souvenirs, etc. Sixth point, this contributes to the growth of economy of that country. Seventh point, markets in the vicinity grow along with the development of a tourist center. Eighth point, the local handicrafts and cottage industries also begin to develop. And the ninth and the last point, the demand for locally processed food items and ethnic handicrafts increases, thus resulting in better income for local artisans, business people and wage earners. So this is the same 7, 8 and 9th point which was for the previous answer. So this is answer 6.1, which comprises of 9 points in totality. Let us see the last question, 6.2. Describe any 3 types of tourism. Please cancel 3 and in place of that write 4. So children, you all learn 4 types of tourism as it's important from the board point of view. So the answer to this question is on page number 53. Right hand side, first paragraph. I have highlighted this answer in pink and there are 4, no? So we'll see the first one that's written in green, A. Okay, so the first type of tourism, local and interstate tourism. The first point in that, this kind of tourism is not very overwhelming because it is within one's own country. Second, it does not cause difficulties of language, procuring currency and documents. Third, more so we can plan it at the time suitable to us. So that is the first type of tourism. Now let us see B, the second type, international tourism. Children, this answer I have already read out as answer 2.1. So same 6 points for this same answer, international tourism. Okay, so the same 6 points which I have marked, in the same way you are going to write this answer, international tourism, B. Then the C one is on page number 54. Left hand side, last paragraph. Can you see it's highlighted in pink? Health tourism. First line is your first point. People from the Western countries find the health services and facilities in India comparatively cheaper and yet of good standard. Second point, hence many foreigners prefer to come, right hand side at the top, to come to India to avail of the medical facilities and health services. Third, India is a tropical country where ample sunlight is available throughout the year. Fourth, this attracts tourists from countries with cold climate to India. Fifth and the last point, availability of facilities for yoga training and therapies based on Ayurveda is one more reason to want to visit India. And the fourth type of tourism, that's the D one, is agro-tourism. Children, this answer also is the same answer which I had read for answer 3.3, question number 3.3. 4 points, same 4 points you're going to write for agro-tourism. Okay. So, I have given you all the textual question answer markings. I want you all to copy it in your history notebooks and start preparing for your exams. Thank you, children.